And now, the star of the show, Jordan Rogozin.
Hearing the Winnipeg Jets GM Kevin Cheveldayoff speak is a big waste of time. Nothing really came out of it besides his normal kind of run around and kind of saying we tried to trade for people. I don't doubt they tried. The execution of the trade, he's not always prayed Arniel. He said why he didn't split up Mark Scheifele was he liked
He liked having Mark Scheifele and Kyle Connor together. He thinks they both need each other.
He also said who would have scored on that top line because nobody was scoring when we were losing 11 games in a row. Nobody was really producing but Mark Scheifele and Kyle Connor.
That 11-game losing streak did cost the Jets a playoff spot. And in Kevin Cheveldayoff press conference, he did mention that was a big part of it. Now we'll get into the Connor Hellebuyck. That was quite an interesting interview. Keep in mind, though, it was just after his exit interview and the day before, his season was done. So maybe he was a bit emotional, but he is an emotional player. But I appreciate his honesty for sure. He said what nobody in Winnipeg wants to hear. He's questioning if the Winnipeg Jets can actually build a Stanley Cup contender. He said flat out, players don't want to come here. He likes it here. He made it his home, but others won't. He said a lot of his goals were tips and screens, and he said he can't do nothing about that. But the guys in front of him, they have to box out, and they have to tie up the sticks. He's here to win a cup, he said, and it doesn't sound like he thinks this team can. Connor Hellebuyck doesn't believe in the Winnipeg Jets. Why should anyone else?
I don't know why you would. They, for some reason, thought it was a good idea to get slower. Meanwhile, the whole league getting faster, which I'm sure in their evaluating process, as they like to say, that they'll evaluate that, and that won't take them too long to evaluate.
Well, that's it for Jet coverage for this year. We'll probably do an episode in the summer, maybe covering some off-season moves, hopefully, big changes. Now we'll get into some NHL playoff coverage. Ottawa versus Carolina. First game, game one. Hurricanes won 2-0. Carolina controlled the play. Ottawa just had no offense in that game. Montreal versus Tampa Bay. Canadiens won 4-3 in overtime. That was high scoring. Special team was big in that one.
Oh, first Carolina, Ottawa, there was a fight right off the draw, so that was fun. And I really think out of the teams that made it, that their penalty kills are elite and very aggressive. So if I was part of that Winnipeg Jets staff, I would be definitely looking to change it, the penalty kill, and make it a bit more aggressive.
Any thoughts on Edmonton?
Draisaitl might come back early on in that series. I'm not worried about their goaltending. Kajari to Skinner isn't that much improvement.
Now we'll get into debate questions. Do you think Montreal can make it out of the first round?
Their penalty kill is amazing. Because they took like 5 penalties. They took a lot. And they gave up 1 goal, I believe. So, that one thing. And they have a rookie goaltender. So, yes, that could be a negative, but it could be a spark too. And remember, they're young, they're fast, they're right in this window. So who knows? I thought Tampa would take it. Now after seeing a game, I think Montreal would take it.
The Carolina Hurricanes might be the best team no one wants to admit. So why is everyone ignoring them?
I don't know. I think Carolina fast again. That's a trend in this playoffs. I think their power playing good. I think Nick Ehlers, he's actually hitting people. For once.
If the Dallas Stars don't win this year, this core might not be good enough.
I just think it's unfortunate that either Dallas or Minnesota will be out.
Yeah,
I think the playoff format should be 1-8 again.
Minnesota Dallas is facing off in round one, and one of them going to be out. I don't trust the Colorado Avalanche at all in the playoffs, and I think people are starting to realize why.
Well, again, they only won 2-1, so I could see, but LA is not very good. I was watching that game. They were passing up opportunities to shoot. They weren't playing that good defensively. They slowed down McKinnon with Cole, and Colorado Death came through for them to win game one.
Ending the drought doesn't change anything if the Buffalo Sabres don't make it out of the first round.
Boston was physical. They're probably one of the most physical teams in the playoffs, to be honest. But they came back with 6 minutes left, so they're up 1-0.
Well, it'll be interesting, right? It's only one game. I mean, it's a 7-game series. Now we'll get into our Stanley Cup round one game prediction. We have Tampa Bay and Montreal.
I'm gonna say Montreal wins in 6 or 7.
Carolina and Ottawa.
Carolina in 5.
Boston and
Boston in 7.
Philly and Pittsburgh.
Philly in 5.
Wild and Dallas.
I'm gonna pick Minnesota.
How about Edmonton and Anaheim?
I can see Anaheim winning a game, so maybe Edmonton in 5.
Colorado, LA.
LA might win a game. Colorado in 5.
Vegas and Utah.
I could see that going to 5 or 6, and I pick Vegas.
I have Tampa Bay beating Montreal in 7. I have Carolina beating Ottawa in 4. I have Boston beating Buffalo in 7. Philly beating Pittsburgh in 6. The Wild beating Dallas in 7. Edmonton beating Anaheim in 6. Colorado beating LA in 5. Vegas beating Utah in 5. It'll be interesting how these playoffs go, and we'll be back next week for more round one coverage, and we'll see if these predictions hold true.
Well, thanks, folks, for watching. Hope you enjoyed the show. And we'll see you next.
And also, please like and subscribe.